Okay. Fuck. I forgot to mute my mic. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I gotta wait for it to come up, but you guys should be hearing me. There's so much to monitor. I have like 4 different windows open. Okay. So now that's there. Cool. You should not be able to hear any game audio quite yet, because the game is quiet at this part. But this is King's Quest VI, and it was made in 1992 by Sierra, headed by the wonderful Roberta Williams, which is one of the pioneer game designers in the adventure game genre. And, well, I really like this game. And I hope you guys do too. There will be a fucking 8 in this game, so don't worry. You can hear me, cool. Hello, Korean and or Japanese person. So we're going to start playing. Actually, we should probably play the opening. So, just a note, there will be no subtitles in this stream. This game doesn't have them. So, that's that. You're just gonna have to listen. And it might be a little bit loud compared to the other game, we'll see. You tell me. I haven't even tried if this works. Long ago, in the castle of a kingdom called Daventry. I'm fine, Trexie. Yes, good on. Yeah. Couplet. So we have Alexander.
Alexander, here you are.
Exactly.
Oh, you're still not thinking about Cosima, are you?
Hmm? I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it. It's like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
Despite his family's concern, Alexander remains tormented by his thoughts of Cosima. Man, look at these mad pre-rendered graphics. Stunning visuals. Okay, so now the mirror on the wall did something. It's her.
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
Aww.
Cosima! Wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
This was the fucking shit in 1992.
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
No, he isn't.
I saw Cosima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes! And it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars!
The stars, that's it.
Outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
His mother is called Valerie, I think. I couldn't read that, I'm sorry. I think it said 3 months or something. The point is, he goes looking for Cosima. He's on his ship. Yay! I'm only 2 years older than this game. Yeah. I'm 1 year younger. Still, I played this growing up. It's a very scary game, by the way, and I'm not saying that as a joke. It's a product of its time, and adventure games back in the 90s were very brutal. There are a lot of ways to die And when I say a lot, I mean hundreds of ways to die, I'm pretty sure. You can die pretty much everywhere. Well, okay, hundreds might be a little bit over-exaggerating, but it's definitely hovering around 100. I'm also going to find a walkthrough for the sake of pacing, because I can't remember everything in this game. And there's also one part in the game where you absolutely need the walkthrough. It's impossible to... Basically, back in the day, they had DRM, Digital Rights Management, through the manual in the game, or for the game rather. So when you bought the CD, you got a manual, and in that manual was special information that you had to refer to at some point in the game, otherwise you can't progress. And, you know, because it is an old game, I don't have that manual. Actually, I might. I put it on GOG. They probably give me a manual, but anyway. Man, I can't remember this being so long. They really did fucking milk that 3D studio.
Land ho!
Land ho!
Land ho! Land ho!
They're fucking pirates. I never understood this. Why are they pirates? He's a prince. Wouldn't he have like a proper crew with proper uniforms? Land ho! Land ho! But then something happens. As the ship nears the shore, day turns to night, and the sea turns violent. Oh no. Aw shit. Oh fuck. Look at that. The toy ship is in the bath, and the little child is making waves. Oh no. It's sinking. Like a German philosopher. Ever heard of a game called The Dragon's Fair? Yeah, I have Dragon's Fair. Never played it, but I do have it. Okay. King's Quest. Ah yeah. Written and designed by Roberta Williams and Jane Jensen. That's right, I forgot Jane Jensen. Produced by Robert W. Lindsley and William D. Skirvin, and directed by Roberta Williams, William D. and Jane Jensen. They like to milk their own names. They're like, yep. Too spooky for me, for sure. Okay, how long is this fucking gonna go on? God damn. Fucking credits. Alright, come on. Fuck the credits right now. Shouldn't really mess with it though, yeah. So, here we go. We're gonna play this game, finally, for real. That took a little while. So, we just click play. I'm playing this with upscaled visuals, so some things will look a little better than they did back in the day. So here we have Alexander, and there is a narrator in the background as well, who will narrate our every move. So for example, if I try to pick up this.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Indeed. I hope you guys can hear that. And then we can interact. We have the speech bubbles. We can talk to whatever. We can walk around. We can touch things like this.
Alexander pushes the plank to one side. A box has been partially buried under sand.
Ding-a-ding. We can look inside the box, and there's a glowing thingamajiggy.
Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
Okay. And then we have the eye, who can look at things. So for example,
Rocks abound on this lush volcanic isle. Rocks abound on this...
yeah, okay.
Alexander is standing on a beach littered with debris from his shipwreck. A path leads north into the lush green island. An occasional breeze rustles the nearby foliage.
There's a lot of descriptions, because back in the day when you had shit visuals, you had to basically describe everything to people so they could know what it is.
The island is covered with lush green plants.
And you can talk to whatever you want.
The rocks are silent, as they have been for ages untold. The currents continue to murmur, but they do not reply to Alexander.
And I love that. I love that. They have some dialogue for everything.
The plank seems bored and does not reply. The debris has nothing to say. The plants say nothing.
Okay, but if you go up here...
The plants say...
No, wait, up here.
Hello?
There's no reply to Alexander's call.
So, personally I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool. There's a lot of content in this game, in terms of descriptions. Okay. What the more than 1,000 tats free in 3 days. Nice. Thank you, Peter. We'll be sure to get to that trending page whenever that updates. Why not take the box and make a weapon out of it? Boxes are dangerous things. You can get trapped in them very easily. Speaking from experience here. You're not a cat, are you? 'Cause cats like boxes. If you are a cat, you might want to look away, because we'll be seeing dogs. The beginning reminded me of the 3D digital imaging program I had in college. Most frustrating thing ever. Yeah. College gear is usually shit. How old is the game? 1992. Yep. So here we have 2 dog guards. So we can speak to them. Or we can analyze them first.
2 guards take their stance in front of the castle doors. They look quite fierce and have the stiff, blank expression of soldiers on formal duty.
Okay.
Alexander politely addresses the odd-looking guards at the castle doors, hoping to learn more about his predicament.
Good day to you, guards. I was cast upon this island in a storm, and I'm a little confused about my location. Could you tell me what place this is and who lives in this castle?
Hey, what is that you say? A castaway? A likely story. We haven't had any foreigners in this part since Alhazred arrived.
Don't be so rude, Gruff. He's not asking for any secrets.
Yeah.
You're
Fucking
standing
piece
on
of shit.
the Isle of the Crown, lad. And this is the Castle of the Crown. The royal family resides here. Rather, what's left of the royal family.
Yeah.
The Isle of the Crown.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me, am I anywhere near the land of the Green Isles?
This is the land of the Green Isles.
Well,
the
shit.
Isle of the Crown is the main island, foolish boy.
Then Princess Cassima must live in this very castle.
Aye, the princess is indeed our treasured jewel to guard, and we consider it an honor.
Okay.
Excuse me, guardsmen. Guard dogs.
Guard dogs.
I've been traveling for months to see Princess Cassima. I would like an audience, please.
I'm sorry, but the princess is not receiving visitors, particularly not strangers.
Mm-hmm. Mysterious. So, we can't see Cassima. Is something going on? Is she okay? I guess we'll have to find out. There's also a path down here that we can walk down. You ever played the old RuneScape? Yeah. Back in the day. You have to like go all the way to the side. There we go. And there's just a castle wall. Later in the game we'll have something to do here, but right now there's not much to do. We can still look at things.
The side of the castle is one big blank wall. The bushes near the side wall of the castle have been left natural and unsculptured.
Let's try and speak to the wall.
Alexander's voice simply bounces back at him from the flat surface of the wall. The bushes are too prickly to reply.
Ah man, I love this shit. My birthday is a week tomorrow. Nice. Yo, you should play this War of Mine Perfect Virus more. Maybe. But it'll be a while. We have 3 games from this series to get through. This game, King's Quest 7, and The Silver Lining, which is a fan-made sequel. Although there is a King's Quest 8 as well, and I'm probably going to skip it, because it's like a shitty RPG rather than an adventure game. And the games before this title are a little too old. They suffer from too many, you know...
Old lamps for new.
Old lamps for new.
Old lamps for new.
Indeed, they suffer from too many classic old game tropes. They're just a pain to play, basically.
Good day.
Good day. Right, this person right here is played by Dave Fennoy. Dave Fennoy, formerly known as David Fennoy, is a voice actor who played Lee Everett in Telltale's The Walking Dead. You might also know him as a bunch of different trolls in World of Warcraft. He's obviously done a lot more. He's a very well-known voice actor. And I've spoken to him as well as Adam Harrington in a Skype call, because I have Adam Harrington who played the main character from The Wolf Among Us. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, this Dave Fennoy has been in StarCraft, he's been in Batman Arkham Asylum, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy. He's been around. So, but he's probably most well known for his role as Lee Everett. And here he is, in this game as well. Later we'll also meet a character, which is another dog, who has the voice of Tony J, one of my favorite voice actors. Anyway, let's talk to him.
Good day, merchant. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can tell you she is in a dark time. Without the ferry, communication between the islands has ground to a halt, and so nearly has my business. Why the long ages of peace have ended, and why the crown has not done something about it is beyond me. But then, I am a shopkeeper, not a politician, and can only hope for better days.
Right, so let's have a look at what he has on his desk.
The pawn shop's counter is made of a sturdy teak. The wood is well worn by eager hands and well oiled by the shop's faithful keeper.
Let's see here.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
So we have a little bird.
I see you have noticed my mechanical nightingale. She is made of plain tin, but she sings the sweetest song you can imagine, barely distinguishable from the real thing.
Uh-huh. And then we have a flute.
The flute is only made of plain wood, but its notes are fine and true. Ah, yes, the painter's brush. It was well used by one of the island's best painters. There's a lot of creativity in that brush, and its bristles are still in good condition.
Nice.
Have you an interest in tinder boxes? This one is only slightly battered. It holds a good supply of flint, a sturdy striking pad, and even a candle in case you find yourself with naught else to hold the flame.
Right, so we have 4 different items, all of which we will need at some point during the game. Let's see. The first thing we would get... I'm not sure. I think we need to go back to the dogs, though. I forgot we have a ring, don't we? Yeah, we have our royal insignia ring. Let's grab a mint.
Alexander takes a mint.
Simple. Alright, we're gonna go back to the dogs and show them our ring. Because I think there might be a cutscene, or... maybe we'll be met by the Tony J dog. In which case I'll be very excited. Let's save first though. It's an old game and I'm running it through DOSBox and I don't want anything to go wrong, so save. Slytherin or evil? What's with all the Harry Potter talk? Not much of a Harry Potter fan personally. Alright, dogs. What's up, dogs? Here you go.
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the Castle of the Crown Guards. With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
Good day. I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cassima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
Uh-huh.
What does it say, Gruff?
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander. Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
Okay, Captain Saladin is indeed the Tony J dog. His voice is amazing.
The guard returns a moment later with a
Brace yourself.
majestic-looking creature. Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry, I presume.
I love
I'm
that
afraid
voice.
I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Wazir Al-Hazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please, follow me.
Tony J played the voice of the Lieutenant in Fallout 1. You might also know him as the villain from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Lord Al-Hazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
Mm-hmm.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
Uh-huh.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone. Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors of any kind.
Seems a little
Even
suspicious.
if she were, I do not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time for Cassima to take her responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cassima and I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our marriage is all Cassima wants now. As a prince and a gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
What the fuck
I
do you mean
see.
embarrassment?
I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be swift.
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain
Right.
Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
Okay. So, Tony J. Dog is escorting us out.
You have had your hearing with Wizir Al-Hazred. I trust you will respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle again. Good day, my lord.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Captain Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Casima's parents have died.
Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle again.
Yeah. You have a feeling? You fucking think? Maybe it has something to do with the fact that, oh, I don't know, they just said to you, you fucking piece of shit idiot. God damn. By the way, Lord of the Rings is way better than Harry Potter. What kind of question is that? Oh, lamps for new. I swear to Christ, if you start saying that again. Let's get into the bookstore.
Hello. I will be right up.
Hello. I will be right up.
Now, what can I do for you?
I remember this guy. Alright, dude. Speak to me.
Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you, and what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander.
Uh-huh.
I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet.
It is, Manuel.
This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands. The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days.
Alright, we're gonna ask him that.
And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Alright.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Does it though? Like, not always. Sometimes you earn with advice, or rather by making use of it. The voice in the game sounds like Voldemort, for fuck's sake. Well, I disagree. Let's show him a ring. How does he react?
Would you be interested in this ring?
No.
It is a stunning ring, but I do not deal with jewelry and personal effects. Books and hard gold are all I can handle.
Alright, dude.
Might check with my neighbor next door, though. He deals in such things.
Sweet. There's also a book over here that we need to read.
Thinking of Cosima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast."
Ah,
Not bad.
not bad
And
indeed.
another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another.
And there's a long one now.
"What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name, that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you."
Seems a little desperate.
A little close to home, that one.
Aha.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf.
So, Alexander is desperately in love, it seems.
Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it. Thank you, merchant.
Nice. So now we have a page with a nice poem. And we are gonna need that, of course. I mean, the game is made that way. That's how the adventure games of the past are designed, as are the new ones. There's also a book on here.
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Well, that was refreshing.
That was refreshing. What is this?
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
What? Why did he want to get rid of it?
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop.
Yeah, but what kind of book is it? I wonder. What about this guy? Hello?
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
Well, fucking rude. God damn. Let's fuck off then, I guess.
Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head. To the north, a key-shaped arch leads to another part of the village.
Man, the descriptions. Alright, so what do we do now? Let's hop into the pawn shop.
Good day.
I just came in here to read the walkthrough. We actually don't need to be here yet. Don't worry, Deponia, we shall visit you in good time. It's a very nice rose garden, and a beautiful blonde lady, a fair maiden, as you can call her.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses!
God damn!
I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you! You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning!
And get your veil back on! No one wants to look at your face!
Well,
Yes, stepmother.
you know, I'd like to see your face, but goddamn, that stepmother has some issues. Ah, come on. This game. Goddamn.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
That sounds like a good deal. Let's save. And then let's do it.
Come on.
Good day. I'm Alexander. What are you doing in the sea?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm swimming. I mean, come join me. The water's wonderful. I can show you the way to the next island.
Alright, let's go.
Considering the poor condition of the shore, it looks like the easiest way to get into the water is just to jump off the pier.
Do it. Go, go, go.
The powerful currents grab Alexander. Struggle as he might, he feels himself being pulled out to sea.
Not a very good swimmer, are you?
Help me!
Sorry, I think not.
As his head submerges for the third time, Alexander finds himself pondering the wisdom of going out on a limb for a stranger.
Ba 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 ba.
Tickets.
Ba 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 bum 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 bum.
Alexander couldn't handle those currents. That boy must be an unbelievably strong swimmer.
Or he's just a, you know, wizard who tried to get us killed and who will show up throughout the game and tempt us to do different stupid things. And maybe we can tell who he is by his glowing eyes. And maybe, if you remember, the dude in the black clothing in the library also had that glowing eye. Maybe it's the same person. Oh wait, the person in the castle who didn't speak but was listening in the background had those glowing eyes. Could it be him? Yes. It is. So, basically, this game kills you a lot. So let's restore our save. And tell him to fuck off.
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
Well, we don't need to listen to him. Him and
What are
his
you waiting for?
blonde, beautiful
I said
hair.
I'd show you how to get to the next island, didn't I?
Yeah, but you're a fucking liar, aren't you?
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Yeah, maybe. Or it just poofed.
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, I want to speak to...
Alexander promises himself that he will not go home until he has determined what Casima's
Okay.
feelings are for him, and if she needs his help.
Yeah, okay, I wanted to speak to him.
Excuse me.
There we
My
go.
name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
Yeah, we know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
Alright, cool.
What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
Well, a bunch of shit.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe
Okay,
to
let's
sail
go.
these days. What with the islands feuding
Alright,
all,
Bria.
Wazir
Bye-bye.
Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
Uh-huh.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Uh-huh, right. A magic map. Interesting. Hey, Kara West.
Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cassima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands. I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cassima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the Queen, but the Queen had no answer.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates?
Me? I'm out of a job.
Uh-huh.
A job my ancestors have held for generations. I'm the only one trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no good now.
Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy?
Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by ship. You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island.
Tell me more about Princess Cassima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why, a contrary thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same. The king and queen, they served the islands, not the other way around. Always thinking about the people.
Nice.
Ah, they are sorely missed.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see.
That's a lot of
The
information.
Isle
I'm
of
sorry,
Wonders is
guys.
a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see.
Uh-huh.
If you ever get to see them, that is.
I wonder if he's seen them.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, I'll warrant.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Is this repeating itself?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
Yeah, of course.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonders a lovely spot.
Okay, I think it's just repeating. What about this thing?
There's nothing of interest on that particular part of the table.
Is it? There is. Come on. Pixel hunting.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that.
Perhaps.
Thank you.
How's the game? Well, I think it's fun. We are a prince who's trying to find out...
Well, I think I'll be going now.
Hold on.
Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean if you know what I mean? How can I possibly not understand what you mean? It is the most basic... Like, what do you mean? I'm starting to think, like, is he hitting on me? I don't know. The point is, we are a prince, Prince Alexander of Daventry, and we are trying to... well, we're currently visiting the Green Isles, specifically the Isle of the Crown, and we were going to visit Cassima, the princess of this land, but she's been held in her castle, well, supposedly grieving for her recently deceased parents. There is a new sheriff in town, to put it that way, and he will be marrying her in the near future. This sucks for Alexander, who is madly in love with her, and he's trying to figure out what's what. That's basically that. So we're talking with members of the town and trying to figure things out. Here because of the sneaky chubby person comment. Cool. Welcome. Oh no, Manuel Damon. Fucking feminism. God damn.
A small rust.
Alright, let's move over. Hello there, fat man.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out.
Nice.
Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there.
Okay, nice.
It
That's
is a
convenient.
very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
Okay. Equal value. Well, we happen to be a prince with a golden ring. Perhaps this will be enough.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold.
Yeah.
There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days.
Nice, thank you.
If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Yeah.
Thank you. You are very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
And this old guy is gonna grab some mints.
The old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar. The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Look at him, just fucking waddling like a goddamn penguin. Seconds later, in the castle.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner, he just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map. You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that. is this about a magic map? With a map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
Yeah.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now. Get
What?
a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Tell them what? That is the question. So now that we have a magic map, we are able to move between the islands, which means we can go and figure out what's going on, basically. But there is more to do. So we've talked to the ferryman, we've talked to the dude. Oh wait, fuck. God damn. Here, take the map back, I want the ring.
I'd like to trade this magic map back for my family ring, please.
As you wish, Prince Alex.
We need to show the ring to
I
someone
suppose you've
first.
had enough adventuring for now, eh?
Perhaps. Thank you, merchant.
It's like a rent a map service. Okay. I'm gonna go into the library, and there should be a different man here now.
Hello. I will be right up.
Don't worry, dude. We're not gonna talk to you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Okay. Let's talk to this man.
Good day, sir. Is there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
Oh. Well, I mean, I am a prince, so...
There's no point in using an object on itself. Alexander is already
There we go. Okay.
determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess. Alexander shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry to insist, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and...
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander, but I'm afraid I'm already spoken. Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry? Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander. Cassima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
Why, by a ship, now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Cassima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths.
Uh-huh.
You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What
Oh.
a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
Okay.
I see. You've yet to say who you are, and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Charlo. I am clown to the royal court, and have been since the marriage of Cassima's parents.
You need a new
King
haircut.
Calathon and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Cassima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Cassima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown.
Okay.
It is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Casima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion.
Yeah, we might be able to get that bird.
I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jallo. I hope we meet again soon.
Okay. So now we're gonna get the map back. We're also gonna get that nightingale from the pawn shop. Look at that dude running away. Also, the lamp seller is gone. Curious.
Alexander examines the large pot. It's currently empty, but a few scraps in the bottom indicate that it is used as a dump site on occasion.
Cool.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Sup? Why is this dude here again? Are we gonna trigger that
Can I trade
cutscene?
you my ring for the magic map again, merchant? I'm afraid I'm still in need of it.
Of course, Prince Alex.
Okay, cool. And I'm also gonna
The counter
check the
feels-
table.
The counter feels as smooth.
No, that's not what I want though.
Alexander takes
Okay. I want this.
I'm interested in that mechanical nightingale on the counter.
What do you desire to give me in trade? The items on the front counter are all of equally slight value, worth only a copper or two. They are handy items nonetheless.
Yeah. Here you go.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency.
Nice.
The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
We'll take the nightingale.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
I'll remember. Thank you.
Okay. Let us exit the pawn shop and what else do we have to do? Get the scene with the red roses. Okay. So we'll head up here to the north. And there's that wonderful fair maiden again, playing with roses.
Are you out here again?
Oh shit.
Have you finished the chores I gave you?
Yes, stepmother. The house and the stables are clean.
Then start polishing the silverware! Do I have to tell you everything?
God damn it.
Yes, stepmother. Right away.
Fucking incompetent piece of shit. Go polish the goddamn silverware. God damn. Should thank you, language, for this opportunity to chat. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, here we go. He poured some shit out.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Sure. I mean, I guess I can see that logic. So now we have a tiny bottle. This actually, alright, so the things we're going to use these for are the senses. This makes us invisible. So that's for the sight. This feels good, so that's for touch. This sounds good, so it's for hearing. This tastes good, so it's for taste. And we need one for smell. We need to find a flower, if I'm not wrong. Try and open the bottle.
Alexander shakes the bottle and imagines he hears a faint swishing sound, but decides he is mistaken.
Well, how can I open it?
There's no point in... Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink.
Oh.
Not very strong, but not bad.
So it makes you invisible. Now we gotta go to the beach. And we're gonna head over to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. But first we will save. And we are nearing the end of the stream. But I'm gonna keep going a little bit because we did start a little bit later and then they had a massive cutscene, so we're gonna save there. That's her nightingale, by the way. London is overrated, I agree. I don't like big cities. Right, so now we're at the beach, we can use the map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
He feels a strange tugging sensation, I believe he says. Right, Sacred Mountain is the one we want.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Pulling. Okay. Nice. So here we have a feather.
Alexander takes the feather.
And a smelly flower.
Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment he can smell nothing else.
And now we're going to head to the Isle of Wonder, where we will finish this particular
Alexander
part
pulls out his magic map.
of the playthrough. The Isle of Wonder. This is probably it's not quite the scariest, but it's, you know,
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
it's a pretty freaky part of the game. Has a lot of wondrous things, as you can imagine. The big city in Norway, Oslo, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, and we're gonna be greeted by a bunch of people, and I need to do it correctly, so we're gonna save, and then we're gonna walk up here. And you should hear music playing.
Alexander hears someone coming.
We need to trick them all.
5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies.
So they want to kill us if they find out that we're a man.
Old Tantro, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
So he's the smell. So we need to use the flower that stinks on him.
Alexander holds the flower of stench out to the gnome with the jumbo nose.
Okay.
Tantro I am, that's all I'll be. My nose knows all on land and sea. A flower of stench has washed ashore. A flower 'tis all, and nothing more.
Okay. And then
Listen, hark you, Grovelor. Do your duty as you swore. With your ears, please tell us more.
Then we have the guy with the ears. We have to use the nightingale.
Alexander winds the tin nightingale and plays it for the gnome with the monumental ears.
Yeah, look at him fucking dance. Twerk, twerk, twerk. Nice.
A nose is not a way to spy. My ears cannot be told a lie. A nightingale is all there be. No man is near, and so say me. Taste, Grump, that we might know whether friend or whether foe.
Okay, so this guy's gonna taste.
Alexander holds the mint out for the gnome with the gigantic mouth.
Grump knows a tasty treat. It matters not what others bleat. No danger is this one so sweet.
Good. So we tricked him as well.
Trilly dilly, use your hands. Is it beast or is it man?
So now we got the guy who feels a bunch of shit. And we gotta give him the rabbit's paw, I believe.
Alexander holds the rabbit foot out for the gnome with the huge hands.
Be all you mad? What aileth thee? A bunny can't trill merrily. A hare does not at all taste sweet. A rabbit here is all we greet.
So they're all disagreeing about what we are, but none of them think we're human.
Feel better, never fatter. Vision can resolve this matter. Look you now and end this chatter.
Okay, so he's gonna start looking.
Alexander pours the contents of the empty-looking ink bottle over himself.
And now we're invisible.
It's beauteous, fair, and sightly. 4 morons do I sleep with nightly. There's nothing there at all, I say. Enough of this. Let's now away.
Right, so we have tricked them all.
Alexander did it. He's fooled the guards.
And so now we should be able to just traverse the island freely. We can also pick up this piece of fabric.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters. They say, "Where are you going?" Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
Is that really an incomplete sentence? Who knows? But I shall save, and that'll be it for this particular stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, you can leave a like. If you didn't, you can leave a dislike. And if you really liked it, we can, you know, tad as a thing, watch advertisement. And we're trying to get on the trending creators page. I don't know when that's going to refresh, but that would be cool to see. So, if you are keen on getting us on the leaderboard, that is what you need to do. Thank you for coming, and I shall see you when I see you. We're going to stream this game next Tuesday as well at the same time, 5 p.m. Eastern. So be there. Other than that, there will be more videos this week. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tab and stop streaming.